guys, it's Darth Clover doing a figure review on the DC Collectibles Joker New 52 figure. So, let's start with the boxing. This figure is based on the New 52 iteration of the Joker. Basically, Greg Capullo's artwork. And he's done a really awesome rendition. Him and Scott Snyder have been helming the Batman New 52 comic for the last 3 or 4 years. And this is one of the first figures they based on that. So obviously this happens in the second arc. The first arc was the Court of Owls. This is the New 52 Death of the Family. Basically what happens is, just a short backstory, is Joker returns after being disappeared for a year. His face was removed by the doll maker. And upon return he kind of goes to the GCPD where his face is being kept and well, kills a lot of guys and grabs his face back. And then he kind of adopts this new look where he wears a maintenance worker's outfit and it has Joe on it. So that's where this basically comes from. The packaging is really awesome. It's got this really green acidic look to it. It says DC Comics The Joker action figure. You can see a clear window there. Good look at the figure. On the side you have a really cool picture of him. Includes saw, wrench, hammer and needle, nose pliers, and is sculpted by Phil Ramirez. On the back you have coming soon supervillains Black Manta and supervillains Captain Cold. And then you have a little diorama if you get the Greg Capullo Batman. This was the first figure they did of it. Yeah, they did another one now in the DC Collectors designers line, and it's much better, but I'll do a review of that soon. And then we have a really cool little picture of the Joker and artwork. The top is basically simple, just clear plastic, and the bottom has your general rights and whatnot. So let's get this bad boy open. And he's awesome. I really am chuffed with this figure. Really cool sculpt. Absolutely awesome. He comes with some cool little accessories. But he looks pretty spot on to Capullo's art. He stands pretty well. If you do like to position your figures in dynamic poses, I mean, I really like to get them looking like they're in motion. They're doing stuff, not just standing there. Be careful, because I turned the waist, and the second I turned the waist, this little bag here, if you can see very carefully, there's a joint there that kind of keeps the bag in two pieces. The minute I turned his waist, it popped off. So I've super glued it nicely, and it's fine now. But yes, if you are going to turn his waist and really get him posing dynamically, just be careful of those kind of things. But other than that, he's really cool. So yeah. Let's get into some paint job. The paint job is excellent with most DC collectibles. He's got this blue, pretty flat color, but you can see the paint applications there are great. There's a little bit of a darker wash to give it some tone. His belt, you can see the little silver paint applications. There's some shading in the belt as well. Then these tools are all kind of stuck in the belt, and he came with this little green pliers. Also really well painted. No real shading on the steel bit, but I mean you don't really need it. On the back there he's got Joe's Garage, really cool, even shaded as well, a little bit of a back whitewash there. The gloves also really well painted. He can hold things in both hands. However, this hand over here is way more it grips a lot better. The other one kind of stuff slips out really easily. But yeah, he can hold things in both hands. The head sculpt is really cool. Let me just get this focused over there and show you how he's looking. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, a really awesome paint job. You can actually see the flesh underneath there, and it's got a little bit of a wet application there that gives you the kind of wet, fresh muscle. The paint job is awesome. you know, the straps around there, all the little steel buckles. His pupils are green as well, and they do have a white iris. The teeth are really well painted as well. He's got a really cool rotten look there, and it's shaded very nicely. Yeah, no, the paint job is exquisite. What he comes with, as far as accessories, he comes with this little thing. It's a saw. It's a little bit bendy, so if you take it out the package and it's a little bit too bent, just put a hairdryer on it and push it the other way. It will sort that out. He comes with a hammer, and he's got places to put all these things if you're not going to put them in his hands. And I showed you he came with the little other green set of pliers. As far as moving, he's got some cool joints. He's got standard joints on his knees, standard joints on his waist. No waist pivot, unfortunately, so his legs can't really move too far out. His knees both move pretty decently. His feet have a normal turnaround pivot, no ankle pivot, unfortunately, so you can't really get, you know, two dynamic poses out of that when he stands. But yeah, his neck, just a really standard turnaround. He can't, his head can't really bend that far back or that far forward. But I mean, how much kind of movement do you really need on the neck with this figure? He works well. Both his arms can move backward and forward, kind of do a full spin around if you want. I'm more delicate with my figures, so I don't want to move him around too much. He's got elbow joints over there. His hands can spin around on the joints. He's got a waist bend, except, as I said, be really careful with this section. It can pop off, so I mean, I kind of bent him this way, you know, really get the dynamic posing going there. Yeah, no, overall, I will definitely recommend this figure. He's great, and you can get some cool poses out of him. You know, it depends what you really want him to do. But yeah, no, he looks badass. He looks intimidating, and you know, you can just kind of imagine Mark Hamill's voice coming from him in the deranged Joker here style. No, I'm really happy with him. His hair has shading as well, forgot to mention, so there are darker strands of hair underneath there. Yeah, no, I recommend you grab this figure, especially if you're a fan of the Capilla line, and yeah, he'll look pretty damn great with your Batman if you have picked him up. So yes, that is the review. Go out and buy it. Do it now. Go, in the Joker's voice. Nothing better. See you guys.